Hi guys, my name is Tabitha. Today I'm going to be reviewing this vacuum sealing machine. I did just receive this as a gift in exchange for my review, so I am going to show you everything about this product and let you see how it works. So just to get started, here is a brief overview of the product and the things that you get. You're going to have some pre-made vacuum seal bags. You're going to have an additional roll of vacuum seal material so you can make your own bags. And you are going to have a replacement gasket. And then you get this high quality stainless steel vacuum seal machine. Inside, they do provide you with another roll of that vacuum seal bag material. Now, taking a look at the device itself, it feels so durable and well made, and it does have a locking mechanism. So whenever it's in the sealing process, you can press it down and create a nice tight seal. On the top, you have all of your buttons and your display to count down and let you know that it's in operation. You have a pressure button. It's going to toggle between normal or gentle vacuum pressure. You have a sealing button for your dry, moist, or liquid options. Then you have your main vacuum and seal button. Whenever the device is ready to go, you press that and it will start the process. If it is in the vacuum and seal operation, then that button will function as a cancel. Next to that is your progress. So it will count down for you as it's vacuuming and sealing. And then you have a seal button if you just want to seal a bag. Pulse is going to allow you to manually control how much vacuuming it does. And then you have a canister and marinate option for the hose that is on the back of this device. Now that has to be utilized with a marinating bowl or a canister made for vacuum sealing machines. Once you open the device up, you are going to see your sealing strip at the very top. Then below that is your upper gasket. And then on the bottom, you have your lower gasket, and then you have your heating element for your sealing mechanism. In the middle of that lower gasket, you have your vacuum sealing chamber and your liquid collection tank for any spillover liquid. In front of the roller, you have this little cutting tool. Just press down and slide across in either direction. Then you have your compartment to store your vacuum seal roll. Now, there are some important things to note about this. The upper and lower cotton seals, the thing that they give you a replacement for, it is important that when you are storing the device, you do not lock it down because it will deform these. And if these do get deformed or bent or misshapen, the mechanism will not work properly and these will need to be replaced. Or you can simply pull them out and flip them over to give them new life and make sure that the side that is facing up is nice and smooth. So just make sure not to lock it down whenever you are storing it. Plus, you want to make sure that it is sitting nice and flat in that groove. If it's not in there completely flat, if it's sticking out, bulging at all, it will cause vacuum failure. Everything is simple and user-friendly, so let's give it a try. To get started, we are going to create a bag. So you're gonna lift up this cutting rack and you are going to slide some of this material down to this sealing edge and then place your cutting rack back down. Then close your lid, making sure that your bag is nice and flat, and we are going to lock that down. Now we are just creating a seal, so we are going to press our seal button and it will start a countdown. Once that process is complete, the light will flash and it's ready to lift up. And there we have our sealed bottom. Now this heating element down here, it is hot, so be careful, don't touch that area. The machine will make you wait 15 seconds between sealing to make sure it has time to cool down. Now we're just going to pull our bag out to the desired length, place our cutting rack down, press and slide to cut. Now we have our bag here ready for whatever we choose to seal up. All right, so for our first test, I'm going to seal up these little chicken strips. So we are going to place the bag down on the counter on the surface, and we're just going to put the edge of the bag inside this vacuum channel. The bag naturally kind of curves inside, and there's these little lips here that stop it from going further. So it sits nice and nestled right there. So now we are going to push down, lock it in place, and we're going to change this over to moist because there is a little bit of moisture in this chicken. It will change the seal settings. And then we're going to press our vacuum and seal button to start the process. Now it will let us know to start the sealing. Press that seal button and it will count down for us. So the different sealing settings are dry, moist, and liquid. For dry options without any moisture, it's going to give a shorter heat and just a single seal. For moist, it's foods with a little bit of moisture. It's going to give longer heat and longer sealing time and a double seal. Now for liquids, it's going to give an even longer sealing time. All right, so I did a really good job there. You can see it pulled some moisture up and it is ready for us to open. So let's see how it did. Wonderful. And it is nice and tightly sealed. And you can see it did give that double seal there. All right, so I'm going to test out its gentle sealing abilities and its pulse function to try and seal some bread and make sure that it doesn't get squished. So we're going to create a new bag. And then we're going to put the bag here in this vacuum chamber. We're going to close that up, lock it in place, and we're going to make sure our pressure is on gentle. And we are going to set sealing to dry. And then I am going to use the pulse button to manually watch this as it seals to make sure that it doesn't begin to squish or damage the bread. So that looks good. And then we can press our seal button. Perfect. All right, and there you have it. It's not a crazy tight seal. There's still some wiggle room in there so that the bread can keep its shape, but it does get rid of some of that air in there to help keep this nice and fresh. All right, final test here. We are going to create a bag for a liquid. We're gonna lock the handle down. We're gonna change this to liquid and press seal to get that bag made. And we're gonna add some liquid. All right, so I have some water here in the bag. I'm going to sit this down on the surface in front of the vacuum sealer. And we are going to fold the bag over into the vacuum compartment. And then we are going to press this down. I have it set on gentle so that it doesn't draw too much of the liquid out. And I have sealing set on liquid. So here we go. All right, and then we're going to seal it up. And there we have it. So let's see how it does. So it did awesome. Now, since we did a liquid, there is some liquid now in the compartment here. You want to make sure that anytime the liquid runs over into this liquid compartment, you want to make sure you empty it before you do your next vacuum and seal. All right, so I hope you enjoyed seeing this product work and hearing all about it. It feels durable and high quality. It's definitely effective and quick at its job. So if you are in need of a vacuum seal machine, this is an awesome option and I would definitely give it a try.